Lamine Yamal's career will be ruined forever if this happens. It could literally be the end of probably the most exciting Barcelona Academy prospect since Messi. But what is this scary thing we are talking about? It's the same thing that happened to Pedri and Ansu Fati, leaving a big and negative mark in both of their careers, and it's the same thing tons of footballers are protesting against. We are talking about playing too many games, especially at a young age like Yamal is doing right now. But why is that supposed to be bad? In order to understand it, we'll have a look at Yamal and Pedri's breakthroughs and compare them with each other. And when we'll do it, you'll realize the points we are making are actually right and there might be a problem. And this problem needs to be fixed before it's too late. So let's start with Yamal. Born in 2007, he went under the spotlights of the entire world with his incredible performances in less than a year. He signed for the Barcelona under-13 team back in 2019 when he was 12. Normally, a player takes some time to climb the academics ladder, but Yamal, he was so quick. At the age of 15, he was already playing for Barcelona U19 team, breaking the record for the youngest Barcelona debutant in the youth league. But as you know, he didn't stop there. He had his debut with the professional Barcelona team. After that, he broke so many records, he became the youngest La Liga champion ever, youngest La Liga assist provider in the 21st century, youngest Champions League assist provider, youngest debutant and goal scorer for the Spanish national team, and many more. Yamal is so young yet so good. He's fast, he can finish, and can also pass the ball. He's versatile, in fact, he can play in all attacking positions. He likes cutting inside, but what's so amazing about him are his dribbling qualities and his technique. The way he can get past defenders so flawlessly leaves everybody amazed. But other than that, he's so creative and can turn everything around in a heartbeat with his creativity. That's a trait that many players are lacking in today's football, and to have it, it means you can easily stand out from the rest. Football has become a sport where there's less individual quality and teamwork comes first now. There's a handful of players that can turn games around with their qualities in the world today, whereas just 10 years ago, there were countless. Going back to Yamal, he's also versatile and can play in all attacking positions, but he prefers the right wing. He's also left-footed. Can you guess who else was a left-footed right winger? Messi. And in fact, Yamal always gets compared to Messi. People just feel the need to make the comparison. I mean, there's so many analogies in their careers, but in general, the fact that there's a little youngster with such good dribbling and technique, but also finishing, that quickly broke into the first team of Barcelona makes you undoubtedly compare him to Messi. But there's something different about them that Barcelona legend Deco highlighted. Deco said, "We are facing something different that we have to take care of." The good thing about Leo was that he had a team that didn't demand anything from him. He played in an atmosphere of growth because during the first few years he didn't have any responsibility. When it was his turn to take it on, he already had all the experience. We will try to let Lamine grow with a bit of calm. All football fans in the world are amazed by the qualities this guy has, and he's probably the most exciting prospect coming up in football. And obviously, he isn't noticed by the fans only, but also by Xavi, who has started to play him more and more. In fact, we are only in April, and at the time of this video, he has had 41 appearances without even counting the appearances with his country. Now, doesn't this number of games constantly remind you of something? Or even better, of someone? I'll give you the answer: Pedri. As we said before, we were going to compare Pedri to Yamal. In fact, Pedri was another super exciting Barcelona prospect. Okay, maybe less than Yamal, but still, he was really exciting and many people thought he had a really high ceiling. Marissa defined him the signing of the decade in 2020 after a wonderful performance against Juventus where he outclassed even Messi. Pedri then quickly became one of Koeman's favorite players.
That he is a big talent and really a future for the club, that he will part of that.
But not only of him, but also other coaches like Luis Enrique for Spain. Proof of that? Pedri literally started in almost all games for Barcelona, getting 53 starts in. But also, he played a lot for Spain too. He played some games throughout the year, then he played the Euros, and he was a crucial player in that competition as he won the award of Best Young Player. You think it ends here? Not at all. Patrick then traveled all the way to Japan to play the Olympics with Spain. And after just some days of rest, he had to go back to Barcelona to play the new season. At the end of the season, Pedri counted a total of 73 games. These numbers that a player normally gets in 2 seasons. Everybody was jumping on the Pedri hype train and everybody was praising him for playing this many games. But little did they know, it's what ruined him. Why? Pedri never even got close again to those numbers because of all the injuries he has been getting. His body couldn't take it anymore. As soon as he got back in Barcelona after the Olympics in August 2021, he picked an hamstring injury. When he came back in October, he picked up another injury. He then came back in January 2022, and after it looked like he finally regained his form, he got injured in April, this time even with a worse muscle tear. We don't want to be listing all of his injuries, but just know he's had a lot of them over the last few years. And it's sad because his technical ability is still there, as we saw in his assist for Rafinha against PSG. But how does all of this relate to Yamal? Well, it seems like Yamal is going on the same track. This year, both the Euros and the Olympics will be played, and Yamal has already played around 50 games. He might not get to Pedri's 73 games, but he'll sure get close. But wait, there's a little twist. Yamal might not play the Olympics. He said in an interview, "It wouldn't be logical to go to both because from the beginning it has been about not overloading me and not playing too much. So it wouldn't make sense to go to both. Obviously, if I have to go, at the end of the day, I'd be playing with Spain, and that's a dream. The Euros would be more important." It seems like Barca have learned from their mistake and they don't want to repeat it at all. They want to preserve Yamal as much as they can, as he's clearly the biggest talent they had in years. Making him play way too much, especially now that he's still 16 and his body is still developing, will ruin him just like it ruined Pedri, because footballers can get injured from playing too much due to multiple factors like overuse of muscles, fatigue, inadequate rest, and repetitive stress on joints and ligaments. Continuous strain without sufficient recovery time increases the risk of injuries such as muscle strains, ligament tears, and stress fractures. One more thing to mention is that the tighter schedules also contribute on making the players play way too much, which leads to them getting injured. So this is not a problem related to Yamal only, but to the entire world of football. It definitely needs another video to be discussed, so let us know in the comments if you'd be interested. Also, if you like Barcelona youngsters, we made some videos on Pau Cubarsí and Vitor Roque.